Hello everyone, MSC here with a video about quantum drives and changes in 3.8. In 3.8 they made some changes on speed and fuel consumption of all the components in the quantum drive. Before, you used to be able to just get the fastest quantum drive and slap it on your ship, and you used to go around, Stanton, making quick trips everywhere. But I mean, when I say quick, the average trip to Port Olisar will take you 10 minutes on a small ship. That has changed. Now you can zip around from Port Olisar to ArcCorp in about 6 minutes with a fast quantum drive. But there has been some changes also on the fuel requirements and the quantum fuel multipliers, and we're going to talk about this today by using our SCAD spreadsheet tool. And the way we're going to look at that is basically two things. First of all, you have to find out what size quantum is your ship. If you're not sure, you can always go to Aircool, enter your ship, whatever ship you fly, and then if you go here to quantum drive, it's going to say S1, S2, or S3. Okay, once you find out what drive your ship has, you can go back here and determine very quickly what quantum drives are available for your ship. Okay. Before, you could just go here into quantum drives and just pick the fastest one, and then you would just come here and then find out what they're selling. But that's not the case anymore. There's some changes to how fuel works, so let me explain. Well, first of all, let's talk about grade. Okay, grade determines how good the component is at the specific class. So something that's grade 1 might be slower than a grade 3, depends on the qualification. For example, competition or stealth is not going to be, in this patch, it's not going to be as fast as a military, industrial, or civilian. So the way this works is stealth is designed to keep your signature low, so you're harder to detect. Civilian is a balance between economy, performance, and durability. And industrial is full durability. It's designed to last longer and sometimes consume less. And military sacrifices economy or fuel consumption for absolutely best performance to survive a fight. Usually military components also have higher hit points. So that means if you get hit on that specific component, your ship, that component is not going to get damaged as fast. Okay, so having said that, I've never seen a quantum drive get damaged on a battle. But it is possible, I guess, but I wouldn't really put too much effort into it. I would just ignore this part right here. Mass is probably going to affect the way your ship flies in the future, not important right now. So what do we have to look at then? What's important things? First of all is the speed, right? Then the lower here you go into size 1. Okay, you can find one here, for example the VK00 and the Siren are very fast quantum drive. They're all military, different grades of military, but I want you guys to put your attention on the quantum drive requirement multiplier. Okay, if you see everything past drift is gonna have a multiplier of 2, which means that it's gonna be burning a lot more fuel to get you there faster. Okay, that doesn't mean that this don't affect the fuel. I have noticed that the slower it is, the better fuel consumption it has. But once you get past this level here, it's going to multiply your fuel consumption. So what does that mean is that even though you have 300 million speed, okay, even though if you go to your calculator saying that you're going to get there in 6 minutes, okay, that is not the case, because you're going to run out of fuel between Port Olisar and ArcCorp if you're flying on a small ship. Small ship has about 600 quantum fuel. So I made the test. The ship is only able to get to like the close nearby asteroid field where you can fuel, rest and relax fuel. Then you have to stop and get fuel. The process is gonna take you about 5 minutes between by the time you get there, approach, get close to the platform, fuel up, and if everything goes well, then you have to like put your quantum again. So it's gonna burn you a lot more time if you just get a slower one. That's gonna be like, for example, we go to the next one that has a little bit less speed, but it has a better quantum multiplier. So we go to the Rush, right? Now we see that our time is going to be 8 minutes and 40 seconds to Microtech. But now, well, Microtech is not gonna make it. So let's say it's gonna be like 7 minutes to ArcCorp. Then all of a sudden you find yourself able to complete your trip without having to stop, and that's gonna save you time. So what is that ship? What is a good component for? You're gonna ask me. Well, then why should I go with this one? Well, this is more aimed for people that are gonna be doing planetary missions. So if you don't travel a lot, and you park your ship next to like Delamar, where you're able to do bounty hunter missions, and then all you do is fly back and forth between Crusader and Delamar, then you can probably get away with this one. But if you like to do jump claim missions, and if you like to go to shopping on your ship, this is the only ship you have, and you don't want to be switching ships, then this is not going to be a good quantum drive for you, because you're going to be stopping a lot to get fuel. Okay, then you have these speeds here, this is how long it takes to get into stage 2. Not a major issue on the small quantum drives, I noticed. This is the time it drags right before it gets into full speed quantum drive. But again, these small ones are really fast. They get into it pretty fast. As long as you don't go with a really cheap one like the Vulcan, you're gonna get into quantum drive pretty fast. So I wouldn't worry. I would just go ahead and get anything. Like I said, my recommendation right now in Dispatch, if you're gonna be doing your ship for everything, I'd probably just go with the Burst or the Rush. Those are 2 quantum drives that probably serve you well. Now let's talk about the next category, which is the size 2. Now we're talking about your freelancers, your vanguards, constellations. These are the ships that are going to have a size 2. The size 1 that usually you're usually gonna put size 1s on Hornets, small ships, anything that's small like 325A, stuff like that. But size 2, now we're talking about medium-sized ships. We're talking about freelancers, like I said, possibly anything medium, constellations, stuff like that. Usually constellations have a lot of quantum fuel, so you can get away with putting the higher it goes in the multiplier, it's 0.02. So that means that you can probably go slap the fastest one, which is the J-Gear or the Crossfield, and you can get these 2 in your ship, and you're gonna be flying pretty fast, and you're gonna burn like 1,000 quantum fuel from Port Olisar to ArcCorp, but you have 2,500, so you should be able to get there, do a mission, come back, and still not have to fuel. So on medium-sized ships, I would say go ahead and put the fastest quantum drive on it. Not a big deal. Okay, so now we're gonna go into the size 3, and now we're looking into Caterpillars, we're looking into Carracks, we're looking into Starfarers. All these ships are gonna use a size 3. Okay, and then these ships usually have like a 10,000 quantum fuel tank, and then you're probably gonna be like, well, in that case, I'm just gonna slap the fastest one in there. Not so fast. And the issue with this is that the quantum drive multiplier on this, as you can tell, it multiplies very fast. It goes up the chart very fast. So if you get a TS-2, for example, this has a multiplier of 14, and that's a lot. That means that you're gonna be burning all your fuel tank just to get to ArcCorp. And at the moment, it's not an issue. I assume that in 3.9, 4.0, they're gonna make the quantum fuel more expensive. So that's something to be concerned about. Right now, quantum fuel is extremely cheap. I don't understand why they do it like that, but that's fine. But as they increase the price of quantum fuel, that's probably going to happen in the next 2 patches, I estimate. Then you're going to have to start thinking about, okay, am I going to carry my cargo in a slower quantum drive and take me 5 more minutes, but then I can, it's not going to hit my pocket as hard, or you're going to go there really fast and then burn half your profits in fuel. So that's going to be a conscious decision on how you want to control your expense and on a big ship. So if you go trade and you make 30,000 on a trip, and then you make 15,000 in fuel, then you're going to be losing money, or you're not making as much. So keep that in mind. Obviously, it's a decision for you to make. If you could do it like local flights, if there's like a lot of pirates in the future. Right now, that's not a problem, but yeah. So right now in a big ship like a Caterpillar, you can go with the fast one. You just know that you're gonna have to fuel on every stop, like where before. Or maybe you'll be able to make it there and back, but before you used to be able to make 2 trips on the Caterpillar, so that's not the case anymore. Alright guys, I'm gonna be talking on the next video about probably power plants or weapons. Let me know in your comments what you want to hear next, and you want to explain what you want me to explain next. Thank you so much and have a happy rest of the year, and I'll see you all in the next video.